Hi, it's Cookie here, and in this mini tutorial I'm going to try and show you how to use sound to create movement and colour change as you're looking at now. Just close that and let's get started. First of all, as usual, a cube, hold down Alt, go to MoGraph and grab your cloner. Let's change the size of the cube. It looks a bit huge. I'm going to have 100, 1000, 100 to give us a rod in the cloner. We'll leave the object on linear, change the count to 20, so you can use any numbers you want really. I'm going to have them 250 steps on the X and 0Y, there we go. Now with the cloner highlighted we go up to MoGraph and choose the Sound Effector. There she is. And in the Sound Effector we need to find a sound file. This is one that's in the Maxon package, so you've probably got that one if you need it. Now by default, if I play that, hopefully it should just hop up and down a bit. There you go. It shows that it's working. Go back to 0. We don't want it to hop up and down. We're going to get it to scale. So we change the scale on the Y to 2 and the position to 1000. Now the other thing, if I set that running now, you'll see they're all moving at the same time. What you need to do is to go in and apply mode step, and now you have your dancing rods. So that bit's working okay. Now if you want to hear what's going on at this point, there's a little speaker icon down here, and you press that, and there you go. Now, so that drive us nuts. Put it back to 0. Right, now to get colour on here, it's not quite where you think it might be. You can see there's actually frequency colour down here, and this is quite fun to play with, but it doesn't do quite what I want. So what I ended up doing is going in here. If you turn on the colour mode and use user defined, get my crayons out, put a nice purple in there, and then on the cloner object you've actually got similar controls under transform. Put my orange crayon in there. Now if you go back to the Sound Effector, what we want to do is to use the alpha strength, and that will give us changing colour with the different frequencies. You'll notice it took me a while to find this out. You have a little one on the end here, which always seems to be a little longer, which just doesn't look good. But if you go back into the cloner object, you can offset it by 1. That gets rid of him. It looks as though they're all doing the same thing then. So that's basically the movement and the colour sorted out. Now what's more of a problem is that works perfectly. You can turn your speaker on, you can listen to it. It all looks like it's working properly. And then when you come to make your movie comes out perfect, but there's no sound. And the way around that is to, believe it or not, add a null. Once you've got a null in there, put your timeline back to 0, add a keyframe, then open up your timeline, which is Shift F3, and you'll see you've got your null on there because you put a keyframe on it. If you highlight the null, go to File, Special Tracks, Sound. Now let's just close this up a bit. Now you'll notice in the attributes window you've now got a sound option in here. So if you choose your track again, open that, what this does is it actually puts the sound into the file. You can actually see it there, which also means you can overlay sounds and edit sound as well, because you can actually scrub on the timeline, which is quite good. So you can put several soundtracks in if you want and edit them together, but that's another story. But now when you actually save your movie out with the render settings, make sure include sound is ticked, which I think it is by default anyway, but you output it as a QuickTime movie, and there you go, you've got a movie with sound. That's it. See you again soon. Bye then.